The population size of Freetown is on the increase, and so is the data of registered vehicles plying its streets. This is Shaki Stevens Street in the central business district of Freetown, the country's capital. Many of these buildings host a significant number of offices and business spaces, but parking provision has not been made for the vehicles of those who work at these offices or even the customers who come to these offices and business spaces on a daily basis.
It's quite challenging, and even myself, I always find it very much difficult because for where my office is located here at AYV Street, as you can see, pile of vehicles, and of course the office itself we don't have enough space, and also people coming, business people normally find it very much difficult. And most of the time we find this city council, the road transport, they normally come to change some of these vehicles, because actually it's not the fault of some of these people, these vehicle owner, but it's because there is no space. And I don't know if actually the city council, they are making provision, because some of these people are normally come sometimes, it's just for maybe just a short time.
Like who park and so now, if you know they.
When you park and leave your vehicle, the traffic wardens come and clamp it.
Meet them. That number that you left at times where you call out, they say, come meet with so sign off.
And sometimes it is difficult to track them. And if you don't return in time, they'll tow it.
Despite the failure of the authorities to ensure the provision of adequate parking facilities, vehicles still get clamped with a fine imposed.
There are no parking areas within the CBD, but because of public interest, some of the streets within the CBD have been identified to be a one-way street such that other vehicles can park at the other side. Also, there are areas you should not park. Even if they don't tell you, as a driver, you should know that. That's why you have like Victoria Park, where they normally park the vehicle. You can leave your vehicle there, and at the end of the day, you go to collect your vehicle, you pay something to the securities to take care of your vehicle. I think there are limited provisions, so therefore you have to manage that situation. You cannot just bring your vehicle and park it everywhere within the CBD.
But who is responsible to check and ensure such provisions of every building? The mayor of Freetown City, Yvonne Akisoya, responded in a WhatsApp chat that it isn't within their mandate but the Ministry of Lands, which doesn't share that information with them.
The current laws that we have really are so weak to a point that, it has given birth to too many challenges, especially for the primary and secondary cities in Sierra Leone. So because of those challenges, yes, I agree with you, we do not have parking lots, especially in the cities, and of course, it is posing a lot of challenge.
With the ongoing gentrification process in the city, it would perhaps be a brilliant opportunity for proper planning. To ensure proper planning, this should be included in the structural plan of the buildings before securing a permit to embark on construction.
The building code is going to be very mandatory at cross-board, and that is going to be the document that is supporting the implementation of the Town and Country Planning Act. Those two documents work simultaneously. In the absence of one, the other one is not going to be very effective. So now we are done with the Town and Country Planning Act. So now we are now focusing our attention on the country code for Sierra Leone. So those two documents will be used simultaneously to make sure that what you are asking for are being addressed accordingly.
But why do we still see new buildings constructed without parking provision?
The other thing we need to know is that in the first place, even in the ministry, we do not have the kind of capacity to monitor all of these, new structures that are coming up. So what we have done is to make sure that we are now going to devolve the functions of the ministry to the councils. So the city councils are now going to take responsibility for all of these that you have mentioned. That's the reason for this review of the Town and Country Planning Act.
You shouldn't park your vehicle within 10 meters of an intersection. If you park your vehicle within that range, we are left with no options but to just go and tow it because it poses threat to safety, especially for other road users. Secondly, you shouldn't park your vehicle in front of the entrance of a gate, an office space. Thirdly, you shouldn't park your vehicle within the double yellow line on the road, because most often you cannot see an erected road sign within the city, but there are road markings which also speaks to what you should do as a driver. That is the message to the drivers and other road users. Let us all try to stay safe and do the right thing. Safety is our collective responsibility.
Phebean Swill, AYV News, Freetown.